US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton met India's External Affairs Minister in Delhi on Tuesday morning. Their discussions covered terrorism and crucial strategic issues. Here's what they had to say.
With respect to the question on the terrorist groups that still operate out of Pakistan, we are committed to going after those who pose direct threats to the United States, to Afghanistan, and to our allies in Afghanistan. We're also cooperating closely with India regarding the threats that emanate against them. The 166 people killed in Mumbai during that horrific terrorist attack in 2008 included 6 Americans. So as part of our Rewards for Justice program, we have offered a $10 million reward that could lead to the arrest or conviction of Hafiz Saeed for his role in those attacks. Our Rewards for Justice offer demonstrates our seriousness in obtaining additional information that can withstand judicial scrutiny and that leads to arrest or conviction and brings the perpetrators and the planners of the Mumbai attacks to justice. And we look to the government of Pakistan to do more. It needs to make sure that its territory is not used as launching pads for terrorist attacks anywhere, including inside of Pakistan.
India and the United States have strong cooperation on combating terrorism. In addition to the growing intelligence exchanges and cooperation, we also have a joint working group on counter-terrorism cooperation initiative, and a homeland security dialogue. So we always keep in close contact, and thereby we are trying to checkmate terror from wherever it emanates.
Our consultations with India and Afghanistan are very substantive and helpful. As you, I'm sure, recall, India entered into a strategic partnership with Afghanistan last year. We have just signed our strategic partnership agreement when President Obama went to Kabul to do so with President Karzai. We have made clear that we intend to remain an active presence in Afghanistan. We will support Afghanistan's security and stability. We will contribute to building their capacity in their government and enhancing their economic growth and development. There are a couple of milestones up ahead at the NATO meeting in Chicago in about 2 weeks. There will be a reaffirmation of our commitment to Afghanistan, both to the transition to Afghan-led security and then after 2014. The Indian government will host a private sector conference to encourage more private sector investment in Afghanistan in June. Japan will host a donor conference to encourage more philanthropic contributions and government contributions in July. So the international community is very engaged.
And Afghanistan has made significant progress in the last decade. The United States has made enormous contribution. Afghanistan is at a crucial juncture as it begins to assume greater responsibility for governance, development, and security. The most important signal that the international community has to give is a strong, sustained commitment to Afghanistan. With that, I am confident that Afghanistan will become a sovereign, independent, united, and economically viable state capable of defeating terrorism and resisting interference from outside. We see the US-Afghanistan Strategic Partnership Agreement in that spirit. We will continue to support Afghanistan on the basis of our own Strategic Partnership Declaration of October 2011. Elimination of safe havens in Pakistan is indeed vital for success in Afghanistan and regional security and stability.
The United States and India share the same goal. We both want to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. And India has been a strong partner in urging Iran to live up to its international obligations and to use the P5+1 talks that began again in Istanbul and will meet again this month in Baghdad to demonstrate unequivocally the peaceful intent of its nuclear program. As I said in Calcutta yesterday, we don't believe Iran would be back at the negotiating table unless there had been the unrelenting pressure of international sanctions. And this pressure must stay on if we want to see progress toward a peaceful resolution. So we commend India for the steps its refineries are taking to reduce imports from Iran, and we have also been consulting with India and working with them in some areas on alternative sources of supply.
Our position on the nuclear issue has been clear and it has always been consistent. With respect to our energy, we are dependent on imports to meet bulk of our requirements. India's imports are growing on an average by about 10 million tons annually. Given our growing demand, it is natural for us to try and diversify our sources of imports of oil and gas to meet the objective of energy security. Since you ask a specific question about Iran, it remains an important source of oil for us, although its share in our imports are declining, which is well known. Ultimately, it reflects the decision that refineries make based on commercial, financial, and technical considerations.